Okay, so as you guys know, I made a video a couple days ago talking about why a Skylanders Battle Royale game would not be a good game, or at least why I would not bring back Skylanders the way I wanted to bring back. Now, today I'll talk about why a Skylanders open world game would be a great game. Maybe it wouldn't bring back Skylanders because in my opinion the best way to do that is to make it remastered, but this video would talk about why it would be a good experience overall. Okay, so first of all, the best way to do this is have new Skylanders in the game. It would be an entirely new game with new Skylanders and a new gimmick. Every Skylanders game always has a gimmick, and this one would be no different, except it's just an open world game instead of just a level story game. A new game, a new gimmick, and new Skylanders. Okay, so what would the locations be? Well, it'd probably be like the majority of Skylands. Think of how vast that world could be. There could be like a few locations. There could be a world for maybe every element. So if this open world game had every single element, there would be a location for fire, water, light, dark, earth, air, tech, magic, life, and undead. There'd be 10 locations over this world, and maybe even like a center where all the worlds meet. That'd be really cool. So this open world game would just have a very big world with just a lot of possibilities inside of that world that you can do, and I think that'd be great. There could be maybe like volcanoes in the fire part, oceans in the water part, big mountains in the earth part, and maybe they can even add the land of the undead in the undead part, giving this game a bunch of content that you can play with and do with your friends. And this game would still have a story, you know, Chaos would still do something dumb and you'd have to go kick his butt later on. And there would still be things you can do like that. It would have a canonical ending, but instead of the game just ending and you have to do like battle mode or whatever, this game would have a bunch of side missions you can do after you defeat Chaos. They could maybe add a few new side missions like every week or every other week that you can go do. Usually open world games like add new things you can do like pretty much maybe every month to keep the game fresh. This could maybe even add some co-op things you can do with other players, where maybe the Skylanders have to raid some evil base and defeat a huge boss. Kind of like how Destiny did. In that game, after you complete the story part of the game, you can go on co-op missions with other players, and you usually have to raid like a big area with a bunch of aliens or defeat a boss at the end. And after you defeat the boss, you usually get some reward. So maybe in this open world Skylanders game, after the end of the missions you do, you could upgrade Skylanders, get gold for them and stuff, or maybe like there'd even be skins in this game where if a Skylander has weapons, you could get weapon skins for that Skylander, or maybe if they don't have weapons, they get customizable skins, like maybe in this game there'd be like a legendary skin for every Skylander, or like every Skylander has their own unique skin, stuff like that, that make you want to get those rewards, that make you want to do the side missions in the first place. Now for people like racing, there could be also a part of the map where races go. I don't really like racing that much, but people who do like racing, they're just be like another part of the map where there's a bunch of races and they can join races with other players and stuff like that. I think that'd be fun for them. I personally wouldn't do it though because I'm not that big of a fan of racing games. This also has nothing to do with an open world game, but I think it'd be cool if there was like an area where you could like 1v1 other people, and maybe they could even hold tournaments like 2v2s and 3v3s. I think that'd be pretty cool. It's not really have to do anything with an open world Skylanders game, but I think that'd be pretty cool. Now, with a big world like this, you'd need to be able to fast travel, right? So maybe in certain areas, there will be like a ship or like Flint's balloon or something like that where you can fast travel to other areas, or just have it in the menu so that you can just fast travel. Just like open the menu, be like fast travel option, that, because the world could be very huge. Now, just so you know, this game that I'm talking about, this open world game, is probably the best case scenario in my opinion. Everything that I said, they could easily mess up an open world game and just have one big world with no separate areas, no post-game content, and just have a story, and that's it. This video is really just me talking about how an open world Skylanders game could be great and be a great new addition to the Skylanders games, but like I said, they could easily mess it up because there are so many things that could go wrong with it. They could just have one world, no different location, just a very boring open flat world that's just like a jungle or whatever. That wouldn't be that great. Also, they, might add DLCs making the world bigger or whatever, but you'd have to be behind a paywall. I would not like that. I like everything in the beginning to be there, because I don't really want to have to pay for anything more than the Skylanders, because if they add DLC, that'd just be like, okay, you get a new part of this adventure, but you have to pay for it. I think it'd be better if, since you have to pay so much for the Skylanders already, all the DLC is free. But like I said, they could mess this up and just have almost a lot of things back beyond a paywall. Like it's like how Destiny did, where after you complete the game, usually in Destiny 1 I think there was like 5 expansion packs, or like for 4, but they're all behind paywalls. In Destiny 2 it's the same thing. These expansion packs are behind paywalls where you have to pay to get the expansion packs. I think it'd be better, since, as I said, you're paying so much money for all the new Skylanders, that all the expansion packs that they do, because usually open world games do have expansion packs, maybe they just give you the expansion packs for free. So like after you defeat Chaos, maybe like 3 months later, after most people have finished the game already, they'll bring in a new boss, like someone that isn't Chaos trying to destroy the world or something like that. I don't know, and you have to defeat them again. So to keep the game fresh, because I mean, if you just keep adding side missions, the game kind of gets boring after a time. But if you had expansion packs, that'd be great. It's kind of like what they were gonna do with Imaginators, where they were gonna add like just basically Imaginators 2 to the game, where they brought new levels and new Skylanders. In this game, I think it'd just be better if they don't add new Skylanders, but add expansion packs, maybe every now and again, because that'd be really good for an open world game. Anyway, guys, if you guys have enjoyed this video of me talking about why I think, if they do it right, a Skylanders open world game would be a great game. Tell me what you think of a Skylanders open world game in the comments below, guys, and thank you guys for watching.